Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. I truly do appreciate it. Just finished the strength session this morning. It's Tuesday, so I do my double session day. I'll do a 2-hour mountain bike ride this afternoon. I do have a cross-country race this weekend. It is my local race and I get really pumped for it every year. I have to do 3 laps of our local 11.6 mile loop. So I'm gonna be doing 34 miles, and then Misty talks me into doing this easier 11-mile loop that's not as hilly afterwards. So I have a pretty good session in this weekend. So I'm actually gonna kind of train hard tonight. I'm gonna be riding with Kevin tonight, and we wanna put down 2 solid loops back to back just to kind of get our brains and our legs thinking about that cross-country race pace. Because I haven't done a lot of cross-country this year. Most of it's been kind of like marathon type stuff. So I really need to get my mind and my legs thinking about that really hard, fast pace for 3 laps, even though we're only doing 2. I had a great morning strength session. New routine this week. I did the deload last week, so we get new workouts this week. So it's kind of slow going. Like I have to practice my form a little bit more, and I like to actually use the camera to help me record to see, like, is my back straight? Like, oh, you know, that looks terrible. I need to work on that. And we actually had just like normal push-ups today. And like as a female, you know, a lot of us can't just do push-ups right out the bat. And we hadn't been doing any kind of push-ups, and I was able to do like 4 of them straight, like really good. So it's really cool to see, because I know I couldn't do that before. So it's really cool to see like just the other strength stuff that I've been doing, how it's helped me with, you know, just like the push-ups like that. That's it for the morning routine. It's time for me to get my stuff together, get cleaned up, get breakfast, get to work. And then after the work day, we'll get to play bikes. The best part of the day, right? I thought I would come in here today because I wanted to talk about a specific topic, and I didn't want to do it in the normal conference room. I wanted to kind of mix it up, and it's really, really bright in here. But before I get into the topic, I want to say a huge shout out to Tom, who is a subscriber of the channel. He did the Dirty Kanza 200 this weekend, and honestly, Tom, you crushed it, man. Like, awesome job. It's so cool. Anyways, it's kind of speaking of racing, that's really what I want to talk about today, because it's kind of been a topic that's been on my mind just a little bit since I'm doing back-to-back races. Now, I misspoke before because I checked the calendar last night. I actually don't race next weekend after this weekend. It's actually a weekend after that. So I actually have a weekend break. Maybe I should go find a race now and do it. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a road race I could go do. I'll check the calendar. What I want to talk about when it comes to racing is I kind of have been out of the racing flow. Last year, I focused really hard on Leadville, and I only did a couple of races, and they were just prep for Leadville. So I'm kind of getting back into it again this year, and there's a couple things that I feel like I forgot. I get really stressed out the morning of the race, and it's not like race stress, like nervousness or anything like that. It's actually more of, I just feel like I have too much to do and not enough time to do it. So I like to really prioritize my sleep, obviously because of recovery, and I want to get as much sleep as possible the night before a race. So I try to sleep as long as possible, and then I've got stuff to do in the morning. So that's what's making me feel so rushed and stressed before the race. So like a big thing that I did for the Mohican was I filled my bottles in my hydration pack, put them in the cooler so they were cool. Did that the night before. All I had to do was put the hydration pack in the bag. That just was one less thing for me to do. It was probably actually cool enough I didn't even have to put them in the cooler. I got my nutrition all set out. I got my clothes set out in the tent. So when I woke up that morning, I got dressed, I started breakfast, and then I was able to just pretty much go from that point. I had everything on my bike ready to go. Like the chain was lubed, the camera mount was mounted, my number plate was on it. The only thing I had to do was check the tires, and I wanted to wait the morning of to do that, obviously. Those were just a couple things that I did to reduce the amount of things I needed to do the morning, which reduced the amount of running around and stressing out that I needed to do. Something else that I've really started to embrace is washing my bike before races. I've always been told to do that, but I thought it was just so you can look pro or whatever. But now I realize you should wash your bike before races so that you've basically fully checked it out before before a race. A couple of years ago, I made that mistake where I rode my bike in kind of bad conditions, and then I waited a couple days and did a race and didn't ride it or check it before then, and I had air in my brakes. So I had a really bad race because of that. So that seems like so minor and stupid, but that's something like the past 2 years, like I've just really picked up on, and I'm loving it. Like I've really stepped up my bike maintenance level. So I think that those two things kind of come hand in hand. So those are just a few things that I do in order to get ready for the race. So like this weekend on Sunday, I have a cross country race. So Saturday night, I'm going to prep my bottles, prep my nutrition, have my clothes ready to go, have any cameras that I need ready. And I can't really think of anything else that I need for the race at that point. Just basically trying to make it as easy as possible and get that stuff done, have my bike clean, have the bolts checked. So what do you guys do? Is there anything extra that y'all do to make racing a little bit easier for you? Leave them down in the comments below. I'm definitely curious. I'd love to take some of your guys' ideas and implement them into my own routine, obviously. One quick note, today is gonna be a great day to ride, and then the rest of the week is gonna be rain. And so I think I'm gonna have a really wet race this weekend, which if you guys have been following the video, it seems like that's becoming a theme for me. I just keep telling myself it's practice. At the trailhead, getting ready to ride. It looks a little cloudy like it's gonna rain, and it drizzled a little bit on my way here, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be good. Like I said, last good trail ride probably for the week. Tonight I'm just gonna focus on getting in a really good 2-hour trail session. Maybe hurt a little bit. That's kinda my goal. Okay, Sean, so in the video today we're talking about things you can do the day before a race to get ready for the race so that you're not so stressed the morning of the race. So what do you do the day before a race to prepare?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I've not raced in so long. Typically go get something to eat, get a beer.
A beer?
pester my friends, ask them what they're wearing. Okay. Try and match. A lot of spaghetti, chicken, stuff like that.
So do you do anything like to your bike?
No, I trust my bike. It's gonna break down anyway, so why really do much maintenance to it, you know what I mean?
So you just basically show up and ride like it's a normal ride?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna win. I'm gonna just have fun.
Okay, all right. Well, that's cool. Sounds like you're shooting shots. So this is the line I've been taking. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Now this whole downhill is sandy. Wow, that was a pretty tough ride, mostly because I'm still not fully recovered from racing the Mohican this past weekend. I felt fine until really we got on the first climb, and then I could still feel a bunch of fatigue in my legs, but I still pushed, and the first loop that we did was about 55 minutes, which I actually registered a PR on Strava. It probably was a PR. The loop is something that is everyone in the area who mountain bikes, they go and they ride it as fast as they can and they try to PR it. And getting a sub hour was like a big thing for a long time. I was really shocked that I was able to do the 55 and then the 56 right after that. Like, couldn't believe it. I've never ridden it that 2 laps that fast before, so totally awesome, totally cool. The mission was accomplished, which was go out and do 2 laps at race pace. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.